What would be the message to African Americans and the people who care about these things who are sensitive to it? You put up Nathan Bedford Forrest. Now, he was a Civil War general, a courageous one. No. I watched the Civil War on television, on PBS. I know his role. But later on, he went back home and was one of the founders of Glenn Kliegel of the KKK.
The message to African Americans is don't like me, don't vote for me, work against me
and I don't need
as hard as you can. That's the message. You know,
and it's rubbing in your face again.
Yeah, it just because this is a bad guy. It's not just that he was a grand wizard of KKK, by the way. During the Civil War, he ordered the massacre of a group of surrendering black Union troops in a famous incident that, by any standard, certainly by the standard of the day, was a war crime.
Here's John Boehner today with Eric Cantor in the last 6 weeks. Let's listen.
It's not my job to tell the American people what to think. Our job in Washington is to listen to the American people. Having said that, the state of Hawaii has said that he was born there. That's good enough for me. The president says he's a Christian. I accept him at his word.
David, you know, I mean, a lot of that has been an issue sort of generated by not only the media but others in the country.
Somebody who brings that up just engaging in crazy talk.
Well, David, I don't think it's nice to call anyone crazy.
Brian, when you come to the Congress of the United States, there are 435 of us. We're nothing more than a slice of America. And people come, regardless of party labels, they come with all kinds of beliefs and ideas. It's the melting pot of America. It's not up to me to tell them what to think.
Well, that's a hell of a loaf that guy's living in. I mean, he's defending you got to go with those other slices of bread here. Look, Joan, I hear things. We in journalism collect string. That's what we always do. We try to find out things fit together. You get Michelle Bachmann on saying that the Founding Fathers were really against slavery and did everything they could to stop it. We put up the facts. A friend of mine comes up with it. 10 presidents had slaves, lots of them. They were trading in them. It's just it's a sad, tragic part of our history. Marley, absolutely indefensible. But why are they out there saying things? Why is somebody like Michelle Bachmann even talking about trying to clean up the Founding Fathers and slavery? Why are they out denying our history? What is this denial about? Is it selling something about states' rights, something about anti-Washington, something about the hard right always being right, even if it defends slavery? Is that what they're selling?
Yes, and they're saying, they're saying that African Americans and poor people have really no claim on our conscience because we've always treated everybody the same, which you and I know is not true. I mean, the other thing, listening to Boehner say that, I'm not here to tell Americans what to believe, when in your last segment, he was perfectly happy to tell Americans that it's fine to lose federal jobs because the debt is more important. He makes his living telling Americans what to believe, but when it comes to the question of birthers, he suddenly has an attack of panic and cowardice because half his base believes the same thing. There was a poll this week that 51% of likely Republican primary voters actually believe that Obama maybe wasn't born here. That's scary. I hope that poll is wrong, but that's what they're playing with fire. They're playing with racist fire.
They've been playing with fire. Now let me ask you, Gene, is this the Republican Party's conundrum? They're a party of two halves. Establishment Republicans, a lot of people who watch this show, probably business Republicans who just want less government and lower taxes, just the usual get off my back stuff. And then there's this new group of crazy people that they're reactionary to the point of going back to the Civil War. They want to defend all the bad stuff in our history just to be awful. And now the guys in the middle have to buy that. The center right has to buy it.
And that new group is where the energy and enthusiasm and manpower and woman power is for the party right now.
They can't stuff it back.
They're all afraid to. But they're afraid, as Joe pointed out, to do what they get paid to do. We're not paid to tell. I don't tell people what to think.
Because it's the margin.
Well, then you shouldn't be Speaker of the House.
Well, I think it's a crazy coalition, and I think it's going to come apart in about Tampa next September when they have to get together. How about when they meet each other, Joan? All these guys from Main Street who run a little business realize they're in a party of crazy people. Anyway, Eugene Robinson, we have fun at their expense. Joan Walsh, thank you for John.